What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Wanted to give you guys my 2 cents on these two bad boys that are going up for PO, I believe tonight, but it's already on Prime One's website. So it's the alien eggs. Now, these are technically the exact same eggs that come with my alien warrior. Now, it's not labeled on size, like scale, but in my belief, this is about 1/3 scale. It says non-scale, but it's very close to 1/3, and these eggs are huge. Even though it says 11 inches, that's a little deceiving because these are really big. And I called the price exactly. I said $300 because that's what I would value this at. It's, then $50 more, you get the open egg with the face hugger, which is definitely, worth the extra 50 if you can only get one. And they have the exact same base, so shipping November to Feb, so I am curious how much shipping is, but it's probably not a lot. It should be a very small box. So $300, $350, and what you're basically getting is this, but with that base. Now, as you can see, the open one, this looks freaking amazing. There's my hand for size reference. You get this giant face hugger. Now, this is easily my favorite of the two eggs. There's so much incredible detail in the open mouth, so it's definitely worth the extra $50. Now, it's also cool to have a closed mouth just for that classic egg look. So in essence, this is $300. Now, to give it a little bit of perspective, Sideshow's little egg right there was like $79, and that is way bigger and way better in every possible conceivable way. I have these custom, they label them 1/4 scale egg and face hugger, and I think that was like $100. And that's like a really good paint app, but it doesn't have a base, and it's half the size. So you can see next to like Cinema Cat, which is a proper true 1/3 Predator, not the overscaled Prime 1 style. This is about a 1/3 scale egg. You look at it next to XM Alien, it looks 1/3. It's big, and it looks great. The base is fantastic. I'm a huge fan of these eggs. And I would love to buy additional eggs. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, okay, realistically, I should just sell all my other little eggs. I really would love to move that back in there somehow, but there's so little space in there. But I'd love to throw an egg there. Like maybe a closed egg right there and do another open egg. I mean, ideally next to Big Chap. But space-wise, it's like I could move that egg back and do a second open egg in front and then a closed egg down there. But I really actually want to buy one of each because I love these eggs. Like when Prime One first showed their Queen Alien Dio, which is $2,000, and I freaking love that thing, by the way. I have highly considered it. But the problem is it doesn't scale with anything. And it's ridiculously deep, like 34 inches deep. And I'm like, yeah, that'd actually be a really cool mid-room shelf, like type thing, but definitely it would even fit in a garage shelf. Like maybe here extended into that thing above it could. But when they first showed that, they showed a bunch of these eggs. And I thought it was so cool, and I was really hoping they would sell them. And now they are, which is great, because I've actually told Prime One, like, hey, you should consider just selling these eggs. They're incredibly impressive. If you consider them included with this guy, and he's a $2,000 statue, that, and realistically, minus the two eggs, granted, you're missing a base on one, but that makes him like, $1,400 with that massive, incredible base. Actually, that thing is so good. Oh my goodness. Like a little Gizzy. Anyways, I think these are fantastic. And if you're an Alien and Predator collector, these are definitely must-haves in my opinion. All right, another thing I know some of you guys have asked is my opinion on this Shredder Deluxe 1/3 scale by PCS, priced at $13.55. So I did watch some of the, Ninja Turtle like animated and live action growing up. However, I wasn't super into it. I did play like the Nintendo video game. I really got kind of into it with the Michael Bay films. I feel like that is what, made me really like it. Now you get two portraits, the battle damage shown part of the portrait, and then the mast. I'd probably go with the mast. Even though I like seeing this, that just looks better. I don't care for that base at all. I think it's boring, unintuitive, and a failure in my opinion. It's just rock with a few Chinese ninja stars and swords. Now, Shredder himself does look great. He has 2 ninja swords. He has these giant blades. Pose is pretty decent. Giant, waving cape that is, looks like it's sculpted. 27 inches tall, so, 1 inch taller than Vampirella. 24 inches wide, so it's quite wide because of that cape. And what is this one? Is this like the 1/4 scale? PCS, what is this? What scale? 1/4? I mean, in comparison to this, it's way better than this. This looks terrible in comparison. I don't like this costume, and it looks so cartoonish. So I definitely like the costume way more. I'm not sure if this is like... I'm guessing this might be from like a video game. Teenage Ninja Turtles Legends line. Not sure. If you guys know, let me know. I think it's overall obviously the best Shredder statue I've seen. I am not buying it or anything. My Turtles are all 1/4 Prime 1 movie, so it's not like of any interest to me, and I wouldn't consider that 1/4 cartoony one either. But this is definitely the best Shredder I've seen. I just think they failed on the base. Everything else I do like quite a bit. Alrighty, folks, those are just the 2 statues I wanted to talk about. Now, I do have a tracking number from what looks like some Chinese name out of California, 98-pound box. I know it's not Iron Man bust because Resin GK said it hasn't shipped yet. So I'm about 99.9% confident Loki bust is finally gonna arrive. Now, it hasn't been picked up yet. They only created a label, which to me means nothing until I see it picked up by UPS, that it could show create a label for a year. It doesn't mean it's shipped. I'm hoping it gets picked up today, though. If it does, it would arrive Wednesday, which I would be beyond happy to finally get that Loki, because I swear to Jupiter's cock, it has been such a nightmare, headache, stress, trying to buy direct from Queen Studios. Like, holy shiz. I honestly, like... It's baffled me how piss poor the customer service, shipping times, and cost have been ordering from Queen Studios directly. I have ordered probably nearly 700 statues in the last 8 years, and they are by far the worst experience I've ever had ordering from a company direct. Like, the only thing I can think of is worse is when you ordered from Chronicle, they went out of business and scammed you. That's about the only worst scenario. Other than that, this is the worst. So I'm still contemplating if I want to sell or keep Red Sonja Vampirella, kind of in a dilemma. So I love both statues, especially Red Sonja. I had planned to put PCS Blade, the diorama one, right there, and eventually move that and do Sarah, Endo 1/3, Arnold, and T1000, and have like basically everything 1/3. And technically I could even do 1/3 where Blue is, because he is not 100% crucial for me, and I can always move him as well. But I've also considered just doing 1/4 and just returning Khaleesi bust and Khaleesi 1/4 and keeping Alita there. But then that means no Sarah, no Endo, and no Blade. And it's like, a lot of good statues I wouldn't get. And the reason I'd want to do that is so I don't have a mid-room shelf. But I also feel like, man, I really don't want Khaleesi bust down low. That's going to be my best bust. I feel like I want Khaleesi bust right here. And Khaleesi 1/4 is not tall, so I feel like, having both right here, I don't think is an issue. And I kind of prefer it there versus there. And so when I think about it, I'm like, maybe I should just keep Red Sonja Vampirella and get Blade. Move Alita to the anime room. But, it's definitely a tough one. Tough one for sure. So, yeah, hopefully we'll get Loki bust here in the next, on Wednesday. That will be awesome. If there's any other videos you guys want me to do, let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.